that I'm thinking in my own mind, is that I'm thinking in my own mind, is that I'm thinking in my own mind, is that I'm thinking in my own mind.
Is that a Freudian slit? Sorry, I mean slip. Is that a Freudian slip? I am thinking in my own mind. Does he have to check himself to say, now I'm thinking in my own mind instead of thinking in the mind of somebody else? He's trying to think in my mind, reminding himself that now he's thinking in his own. What kind of a psychiatrist says, I am thinking in my own mind? Fuck's sake.
Is that I'm thinking in my own mind. Is that I'm thinking in my own mind. I'm honestly not intending to insult you, and I'd be interested in what Dr. Patel thinks in terms of whether she.
I'm not saying that you're intending to do it. What I'm saying is that you did just do that. So the appropriate response there would just to be say, I'm sorry about that. That's not what I meant.
I absolutely did not mean to insult you.
Okay.
What have you observed, Dr.
Oops, oh dear. This is getting a bit tricky. That's why there's two of us in the room up against this psychopath. So now I'm going to get tag teamed. We better bring in Dr. Patel quickly. What have you observed, Dr. Patel? Is this a good cop, bad cop routine we're going to get here, I wonder? Which one's which? Which one's the good cop? Which one's the bad cop? I don't know. But what I'm expecting is I'm expecting a bit of blame.
Well, first of all, I'm a little bit surprised, I have to say. I know that a big thing for you is the way that you've been left to feel by the care that you've had from the NHS so far. And when I asked you sort of what is it that you want from this time and space?
Yeah.
I was surprised that all you wanted to use this time and space for was just to talk about that. It feels that you're not able to move past that now so that we could try and help you.
Okay. First of all, you have to realise that for 2 years I've been left in this state. Okay. I've been asking for help for 2 years. Prior to that, I asked for help here for 12 years. Now, if you think that I'm just going to wipe away the last 2 years of sitting in my house completely alone, completely isolated with a screwed up head because I've come into contact with these services, and I'm just going to go, okay, right, fine, that's fine. I'm angry and I'm really upset about how I've been treated. And also, I don't trust these people. I don't trust them. From my own experience, and then looking up who the Tavistock Institute is online, then I don't trust you in all kinds of ways.
Can I ask then why you came today?
Why I came? I wanted to see what people are going to say. That's why.
So you're not here in the hope that we might be able to come up with a plan so that we can move forward?
Yeah, what, of course I am. What, am I not allowed to get something off my chest?
No.
That's all I'm doing. I've been sitting at home boiling for 2 years about what these people have done with no reasonable explanation when they've actually just been asked in reasonable ways to explain why they've done what they've done, and they refuse to do it. So of course I'm really angry, and you don't just let go of 2 years of being angry by feeling that people have damaged you in a very severe way like that. That what Unity House was offering, which is MBT, is appropriate for somebody with my diagnosis. Is it appropriate? Because I can't find anywhere that says it is appropriate. The appropriate behaviour for therapy for somebody with my diagnosis is CBT.
And the diagnosis is what?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
How then you make you put in and completely.
Oh, you didn't look at my file?
I found out a bit about you, but that would be presumptuous of me to make a diagnosis having made you put in.
Okay, well I've got drip-fed diagnosis, which I believe is viewed as psychopathy. Okay, So it started off as borderline personality disorder. Okay. Then it went to antisocial personality disorder, and I didn't really have much problem with that diagnosis in itself. I would probably have agreed with it. Then I found one positive thing about borderline personality disorder, which takes a completely different view to Unity House and what borderline personality is and why it happens. And I showed that to the psychiatrist, and when I went back next month, I said, did you get a chance to look at it, read it? They said no, and I lost the front page. And then at the end of that session, they also told me that I was narcissistic and that I was paranoid. And then I noticed when I requested my file that I've got a diagnosis of severe personality disorder. So when I search severe personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, paranoid personality disorder, the results that I get back every time are psychopathy.
So there are lots of labels that have been attached to you by different people. If we just move away from the labels for a minute, because, you know, I suppose one of the things I'm interested in is what is the main area of suffering? You know, people... They've
destroyed my sense of self.
Okay.
I thought I had some idea of who I was. Okay. Now, in many ways, I can rationalise my criminal behaviour and stuff like that, etc., etc. Okay. And in many ways, I thought I had some idea of who I was. But their drip-fed diagnosis, which I'm going to ask you, is that psychopathy?
You know, these days, I don't even think that psychopathy is the diagnosis that people use as now called.
No, I know. Yeah, I know they don't. I know they don't use that diagnosis anymore. But there is a view. Psychiatrists have a view of what psychopathy is, and it would appear that the antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, and paranoid personality disorder, and severe, or also known as dangerous and severe personality disorder, is considered and viewed as psychopathy. So that is the health service telling me how they view me and how they see me, and perhaps I'm not even aware of it myself. So that is where they've destroyed any sense of self that I had. I actually think that I have quite a kind, compassionate nature. Not all the time, but I do. And I do things out of kindness that are spontaneous to complete and utter random strangers. Since they've said this about me, I don't talk to anybody or do anything out of... I'm questioning what my motivation is. And so that's not viewed as psychopathy then?
And you say again?
It's not viewed as psychopathy then?
I'm not going to give you a sort of definition or whatever, or a diagnosis, because, as I say, I've met you for 10 or 15 minutes. I think that I'm...
Well, I'm telling you that people that have met me have given me this diagnosis. So, are you telling me that in the psychiatric field then, people that are given a diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder, paranoid, antisocial personality disorder and dangerous and severe personality disorder is not viewed as somebody who's being a psychopath?
I honestly do not know the answer.
Okay, fair enough.